Welcome back. Nice to see you, even though I've seen you every day this weekend.
Pretty much.
This is episode 7, I think we're up to now.
7, yeah.
Of Sibling Rivalry, so thanks for joining us. First things first, we were both quite disappointed in ourselves for this, weren't we? We forgot to say love you at the end of the last episode.
I can't believe we forgot
And it was like the heaviest one we've ever done.
Yeah.
So, love you.
Love you too.
And I'm sorry for forgetting. That made me feel bad.
No, I forgot as well. So you
Yeah, true. I think we were both just a bit. Felt like we had a therapy session a bit.
Yeah.
So it was just a bit like, oh god. So it's Monday, bank holiday Monday. Woo.
Yeah.
20 past 1 recording today. I don't know if that's earlier or later than normal. But
I think that's later than normal.
is it?
I think so, yeah. Because I think the last time we filmed it was in the morning.
No, it wasn't. It was like Monday night last week, wasn't it?
Was it?
Because I had a beer.
Oh yeah, you did.
Um,
It's earlier than we did then.
I can't. So it's Monday again. But it doesn't feel like we haven't recorded for a week, does it? A lot's happened again this week. I talked about it last week about the fact that I'd handed my notice in for my job.
Yeah.
So I finish on Friday. It's my last day.
Mate, you're like, thank God.
Well,
all mixed emotions about it.
No, not mixed at all. I know it's the right thing to do. I'm sad in a way at how it's ending because I've been there for nearly like 7 years or something.
Yeah.
So I'm quite sad at the way that it's come to an end.
No, but you're relieved in a way because like you've had so much stress.
Well, you've seen the change in me this week. I've been like a different person, haven't I?
You've just been really happy and stuff, and it's been nice to see.
And I don't know if you can tell, but I've got a cracking tan. I've been sat in the back all weekend.
You're happy for enjoying the sun.
Yeah.
So's the dog as well.
It was your birthday on Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well? I was working, and obviously, I'm still, even though I know I'm leaving and I'm starting to feel better, I'm still quite like in the thick of it when I'm actually in work.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what you did.
Well, me and Mum went to the Croft, in Branborough.
Yeah.
We just had a mooch around and stuff. We went for lunch in Costa. And then we did a little bit more mooching around. Excuse me. I bought a dress which you saw me wear.
You've bought a few bits, haven't you, this week?
Yeah. I bought another dress that I'm taking to Manchester with me tomorrow because I'm going away with Mum.
Oh, that was another bit of chaos this morning, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, the place we were staying in originally got cancelled, so Mum was stressing about.
I know.
But at least it happened before.
That's what I said. Like it could have been tomorrow.
Yeah,
you could have got there. Do you know what I mean?
It could have been a lot worse.
And you found somewhere else dead easy, didn't you?
Yeah, well, Mum did actually.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
So at least it was only.
Yeah.
And it was solved quite quickly. But yeah. Mum was flapping.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, I felt really bad.
And then Ben came, didn't he, after work?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
That was funny last Sunday when he said, "Oh, I'll come on Wednesday," and to give you like the whatever for he bought you the spa day, hasn't he?
Yeah, me and Mum. Yeah.
And he was like, "I'll come up to give you the stuff," and Mum was like, "Why?" Remember last Sunday? And we were like, "Because you'll want to see Ellie on her birthday." Oh yeah.
I was like, "Thanks, Mum. Really felt the love there."
It made you feel super special, didn't it? So you've booked somewhere else to stay, haven't you?
Yeah.
I don't think you were particularly arsed, were you?
Not really, no. At least I thought it wasn't going to happen originally at first. I was a bit like bummed, but then I was like, no, it's still happening, so.
And I don't think you're particularly bothered about just staying somewhere different, are you?
No. At least we're actually still going, because I'd be upset if we weren't going.
And you'll be out in the daytimes and stuff, won't you?
Yeah.
So, what day is your show? I know I keep asking this, but
it's on the Wednesday.
On the Wednesday. You're going tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah.
See, I know that as well, but in my head, you aren't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was like me when I was going on holiday.
You weren't bleeding.
Well, I knew I was going and I was sort of ready to go, but I didn't really accept it until I was on my way. So it'll be the same, I think, with you going. Don't really know what else we've been up to this week. It's been, like I say, my head's still sort of all over the place with quitting the job. And then I've really enjoyed lazing about this weekend. I still feel shattered though.
I know.
Like I'm sleeping a bit better than I have been, but I think because I'm so close to like finishing now, yeah. And as I mentioned, I think I said this phrase on last week's episode. I feel like a massive weight has been lifted, but I still feel like I've been carrying a massive weight.
Yeah.
So I'm still like shattered from it. So I'm still pooped.
I think that's normal though.
Yeah.
I think you'll feel that for a while, and then it'll just like.
Yeah. So I sat in the garden quite a lot on
This weekend.
this week. Well, all weekend. Yeah. I suppose on Saturday though we ended up drinking, me and Mum, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't drink, do I?
No. But we were just having a couple of beers at like 3:00.
Yeah, we were.
And we were because we were like, oh, we'll just have a couple now. We'll probably go to bed.
Early.
Yeah, and that was the plan for a bit, and then
That didn't happen.
well, Ben texted me to say him and Maddie were in West Kirby, and they'd been out for a couple of drinks, and they'd gone back to Ben's, but they were going out again to that bar that we went to, and then he said, "Do you want to come?" I was like, "Oh, I wouldn't mind." To be fair, I've not been out
No.
since I sort of like got rid of some of my stress as well.
Yeah.
And then because Mum was a bit pissed, Mum was like, "Do you think they'll mind if I come?" Obviously they wouldn't, but you know what I mean.
No.
Because Ben asked me and said, "Do you want to come and meet us?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, it'd be nice." I spoke to Mum, and then Mum was like, "Ooh," because she was probably a bit tipsy. She felt like confident enough to ask.
Yeah.
So she was then coming, wasn't she? And then we were like, "Well, actually," because you were going to stay with the dog, weren't you, originally?
Yeah.
And then we thought, well, you can probably come for a few hours because she'll be all right.
Yeah.
So we all ended up going, didn't we? Me and you took the dog out for a quick walk.
Yeah.
So she was a bit, because it was hot as well, so she was done in, wasn't she? Then we all went to West Kirby, didn't we?
Yeah, it was really nice actually.
Yeah, it was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They had a singer on, didn't they, for a couple of hours as well, and he was really good.
Yeah.
And Ben's little dance, well, I suppose it's Maddie's little dance really, isn't it?
What was a little cardboard cutout?
Yeah, it's so funny because so my brother and his girlfriend, our Ben is and I think he would agree with me here. So I'm not saying this to like offend him. He would admit it himself. He's one of the worst dancers on planet Earth.
He has no rhythm.
Like I can't dance either, but compared to him,
you're a lot better than him.
Yeah, honestly, like whatever so when he told Maddie that, she was like, I hope she doesn't mind us saying her name on this.
No.
Anyway.
She probably won't.
So she started like dancing one time, and Ben was like, I'm not gonna dance. Well, so I can't remember how it came about, but she was like, you can't be that bad, surely. And then she saw him, and she was like, okay.
It is that bad.
You are as bad as. But then, so she told us that she'd been teaching him like a few little moves, didn't she? And then she just goes, Ben, go. And he starts just doing it like on cue.
Yeah.
We were howling. So that.
It was so bad. It's like his shoulders doing.
But it was funny that he'd just do it on demand as well, wouldn't he? So we were all like, that was it. Then we all started doing it, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we listened to the band there for a bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we came home to sort of come back for the dog and that. And I was shattered anyway. That was about 10:30. And then they came and had more drinks here, so we ended up till about 2:00 and I'd been drinking since.
I didn't.
No, but yeah, that's because you went drunk and you were sensible. I was tired before they got here. But then it was my idea for them to come back.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, just come back to ours for a bit, because I was all like, oh, it'll be class. And then we obviously got back before them. Before they got here, I was like, oh, I made a mistake here. But I was like, can't turn around now and say no when it was all my idea.
Yeah.
So they came and we had a drink for a bit here and listened to some music and stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then they left and I went to bed, but I don't really remember going to bed. I just remember eating the rest of my chippy at about 2:00 in the morning with my head in there, like basically in the microwave still. And then I got up the next morning, so they left at, I don't know, 1:30 maybe, and I went to bed at like 2 after I'd stuffed my face, of course. Then I got up at like 7:00 in the morning to get a drink. My mouth was obviously not good. And the front door wasn't shut, so it was locked, but it was open again. Do you know, like, did you not know that?
No.
Didn't I tell you? So it was like locked. We'd locked it, but it hadn't shut. Do you know, like when you went out the other day and that happened? So I shut it then, obviously, and locked it. But I was walking into here, Well, obviously the dog, my bedroom door had been open as well, and the dog was still on the bed, so obviously not that happened, because she would have woken me up if...
No, but she would have went ballistic
Yeah, she
anyway
would
if
have went
something
nuts,
had
wouldn't she?
happened.
But I was still a bit, like, on edge, you know, coming into the front room. So I was sort of, like, shimmying round the door like that, you know, because it was like, I want to see if all our stuff's still here.
Yeah.
And then I saw the telly and all that, and I was like, oh, thank God.
I wouldn't have heard anything, because I...
No, you sleep like fucking... like you've died, don't you?
Yeah.
I've never known anything quite like it. I haven't. It's mental.
I've been like that since I was born.
I know. You've slept all night, every night, forever. You're so lucky. You're born into a family of such terrible sleepers as well.
Yeah, how did I get lucky?
I know. We're all so bad at it. All of us.
Whereas me, on the other hand...
Like me, if I wake up once in the night and I'm awake for an hour, I consider that a good night. Like a really good night.
Yeah.
And that's with still... I never sleep right the way through. That's unheard of. So I'm so jealous of you. I am. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm alright now with recording, but I was saying I'm still pooped, and so I'm drinking a coffee while we're doing it. But
Yeah.
just remembered as I was making my coffee before we started. So we have this little cup, don't we, that we put like the tea bags in and that, and then we bin it. So I was like, I got my cup for my coffee out the fridge, out the cupboard. It shows where my head's at the minute, doesn't it? And then, for some reason, I put my cup on the freezer that's behind. So, like, I'm standing at the kettle, there's a freezer behind me. I know you know this, but there you go. So I put my cup on there, and then I just took a scoop of coffee out and just put it into that cup that we put the tea bags in. And it's like an old plastic cup that's, like, clearly not usable, isn't it? You wouldn't look at that cup and go, I'll pour a drink in there. So I just put coffee straight into that. And then I was like, oh, you fucking idiot. And I was having a moan at myself. So I got my cup, and I put my cup in front of the kettle. And then I put me a couple of scoops of coffee in my cup. And then I was using that coffee mate like a coffee whitener rather than milk.
I think it's like a coffee creamer.
Yeah, whatever. Coffee mate it's called. I don't know if anyone knows what that is apart from us. But so then I opened that tub and I scooped that straight into that same cup that I'd just been like, you're a mong. Oh, you can't say mong. You're an idiot, sorry. Never said that. Oh, you fucking idiot. And then I just did it again. And honestly, that was literally, 10 minutes before we started recording.
It was.
So I had to have a little sip and like a word with myself to be like, get your shit together. You're a moron. And now we're doing this, and I'm still not really sure whether I've come out of moron stage or not. So.
You clearly haven't, if you said, got your cup out the fridge.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually. Yeah, so I'm doing better, but I'm still a bit of a mess. I think it's fair to say. You want to drink your cup of tea anyway, there now? That would have been really nice for everyone down the mics, wouldn't
it? Sorry, everyone.
So yeah, I've got my last week in work this week. It's only a 4-day week, which is good. It's also half term, so I'm hoping that incoming stuff is quiet, and I can kind of just get what I need to finished.
Yeah.
So that when I leave on Friday, I can sort of leave feeling like I've not left work for people to catch up on my behalf. But I can't wait for Friday.
Yeah, I bet you can.
And you're going to be away all week, so it's just going to be me and the dog.
Yeah.
And that's going to be weird because I'm going to have no one to talk to.
Well, you can bring us, can't you?
I probably won't while you're away, though. Have you got any other plans apart from the show?
I don't think so, no.
You're just going to sort of see what you fancy?
Yeah.
Because it's like a little sort of apartmenty type place you're staying, isn't it?
Yeah, well, like actually, we've got the... Excuse me, we've got the spa, haven't we? To look forward to as well.
Oh, yeah, that's after. When do you come back? Friday?
Yeah, that's the 2nd.
Friday's the 2nd, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when do you go to the spa?
I'm not entirely sure. Mum knows all the details.
But it's not long after that. I think it might be, you might be back for a week and then the spa's the week after.
Yeah, so we've got that to look forward to.
What are you doing there, do you know?
It's like, well, we're staying for one night. Like, it's an overnight thing.
Thornton Hall, isn't it?
Yeah,
really posh, isn't it?
I've never been there before.
Yeah, it looks lovely. So we can do all sorts in spa, can't you? You should be able to get massages, and
that's what we're gonna do.
I'm the one that needs a massage more than anyone, 100%, because my back's absolutely leathered, and my leg. I've been agony the past few days. I need to go and get massages. Saying that, I've got my osteopath first appointment, like proper appointment,
in June.
This Thursday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. But that's gone by quick.
So I went for like a consultation, didn't I?
Yeah.
And she gave me some exercises to do that I've definitely been doing every single day, if she asks. But I've done nothing but back exercises, honestly.
Yeah, and you've been in agony with it.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But she warned me. So there's the bottom of my spine is like compressed and needs to be sort of like manipulated so that everything sort of goes back where it should be.
Yeah.
So she was like, some people are in pain after it for a couple of days or whatever, and I was like, okay. And then I can't remember how she said it, but she sort of like muttered it, and was like, it can be quite severe. So I was like, oh my god, am I going to be able to walk her? Because it's only up the road, the hospital, isn't it? So now I'm worried if I'm going to be able to walk home on Thursday or not.
Yeah, especially after that.
And then I've got my last day in work's the Friday, and I could be absolutely crippled for that, which would just be grim.
Yeah, but at least you work from home.
I know, yeah. Yeah, that is true. I haven't, and I was like, oh, I'll start looking up jobs this weekend and that. I know I've done none of it. Not a thing. I don't know I don't even remember Friday. I don't remember what I did.
Yeah.
At all. I feel like I must have gone to bed early. Oh, I did.
Yeah, you did.
I went to bed at like 7 o'clock, and I fell asleep for 2 hours, and then I was awake till like 3 o'clock in the morning or something.
Jesus Christ.
I know. But I was that shattered that I felt like, oh, I'll just go to sleep now, and I'll probably sleep till like 2 or something. And then even if I just get like have a nap, I'll be alright.
It didn't happen.
Just didn't happen, no. But I've ate so much crap food as well this weekend. I drank on Monday last week, and then I drank on Saturday, and that for me, like considering I weren't drinking at all, really, was I, for a bit?
No.
It's like a heavy week. But it's been nice because I've actually been enjoying things again. So I wasn't like drinking to sort of not cure because it's not a cure, but I wasn't drinking to get away from my feelings. I was just drinking and having a bit of fun. So it was like it was like a mentality shift over the weekend, to actually feel like quite happy again, which has been nice. Because
you're slowly getting there again.
Yeah, 100%. And it got pretty dark, and it's only now I've stepped away from it. Well, not stepped away from it, but I'm sort of pulling away from it.
Yeah.
That I realised just how
dark
it had gotten. Yeah. So I have got mixed feelings in the sense of like, I wish it wasn't ending this way. But the company I started working for to the company it is now, it's just not the same beast.
It's just completely falling apart.
Well, it's not falling apart because obviously it's still a functioning business and they're doing well as a business. But I loved it when it was just the first place.
Yeah.
And then when we got bought out, it's just all change, and I don't like a lot of the things that they do. And then obviously I've been working on my own for a bit, and that's been horrible and dead stressful. And when you don't really love some of the stuff anyway, and then you've got all that stress on top of you.
Yeah.
I've just completely fell out of love with the job now. Like, I just need to walk away from it. So just 4 more days of work to get through.
Yeah, and nice. Then
you'll be wanting the week to go dead slow because you're going to Manchester for a few days, and I'll be like wanting it to go dead quick so I can finish work.
Complete opposites.
And then I watched the footy yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
Which was so weird for just a Liverpool game to not matter. Because it didn't matter at all. But Everton was big for Ben, wasn't it? So I was kind of watching Everton for Ben. And then I had us on my iPad. But it was a strange day to just not really be that invested in the final day. Luckily, Everton stayed up, so our Ben will speak to us this week, which would be nice. I think if they'd have gone down, we might have not heard from him for
a while.
Yeah.
And we'd all worry.
I wouldn't have worried. I'd just. Well, I suppose I would have worried because I know he'd have been feeling shit, but I wouldn't have worried about him not wanting to speak to us because I know what he gets like. Yeah, as much as he says he's fallen out of love with it and stuff now, he still really cares about Everton, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So do you know? I don't know how we ended up there.
Too high.
So you're going tomorrow. You don't really know what time or anything yet, do you?
I think no, I don't. We're supposed to be getting there for like 2:30, I think.
Oh yeah, and you've packed your stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, I did that this morning.
So you feeling quite like chilled about it all now?
Yeah. I just wanted to get like stuff sorted out, so like I wasn't like stressing about it tomorrow.
You can chill for the day now, can't you? And then
Yeah, because me and Mum have there's still like
chargers and toothbrushes and all that. You can't really do anything about that till tomorrow,
because we've got to use them, haven't we? So.
Yeah. Right, should we have a break?
Yeah.
Then I've put quite a lot of would you rathers in, but we'll just see how we get on. Yeah, we'll see you all shortly.
See you soon. We're back.
We are. Quick break, wasn't
it?
Yeah. So this section is normally questions / would you rathers. It's all would you rathers today.
Yeah.
I've picked quite a few out, but we'll see.
We'll see how we get on.
Yeah, if we get bored or whatever.
or if we take off on a tangent again.
Yeah, and it's not unlikely, is it? Let's be honest.
No.
It seems to be happening more and more, doesn't it? The more we do it. So the first one, so just for everyone listening, just to give you a bit of insight, I picked the questions and stuff out, so Ellie doesn't see them beforehand. So it's kind of like you're a bit more on the spot than me because I know what's coming, kind of. I picked them out, I can't remember them already, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I've seen them and Ellie hasn't, just so you're aware when we're answering the questions. So the first one is, would you rather lose all of your money and valuables or lose every picture you've ever taken?
Jesus Christ.
I've been scratching my plums and just realised that it's not on camera. I think it might be. So I might put a little box or something over that. You know when you forget that you're like recording and you do something? Thought it was dead sly. Ellie won't have spotted that, and then the fucking camera there. Anyway, sorry everyone if you did see that. I will block it out on the shot, maybe. Oh, we've already lost our thread. Okay, yeah. So would you rather lose all your money and valuables or lose every picture you've ever taken? And I suppose if that counts as a picture, I'm happy to see that one go.
Well, pictures and memories, aren't they? So I wouldn't really want to lose that because there's like pictures I've got of Nan and I don't want them.
Well, the thing is with me, looking at that way, if you lose all your valuables, you lose your photos off your phone and stuff as well.
Yeah.
But I suppose like 99% of people now have like some sort of backup, don't they? So when you could replace your phone and the photos would come back.
Yeah, but you can't replace all those memories.
The photos, can you? So I think I'd
rather lose all my money.
As much as I like love my gadgets and I'm really into like little nerdy tech things.
Yeah, I'd rather lose.
I would rather lose all of that than lose all the memories.
Yeah, because those are memories from even before I was born, and then I like looking back at them.
Yeah, because some of the pictures we've got, we look at, not all the time, but
sometimes.
Every so often, don't we?
Yeah.
And like even for me, like I've got the odd picture still from like holidays with past girlfriends, and even though we're not together anymore, I still like, especially now times pass since breakups and stuff, like I can look back on them and they're nice memories and you can't
Yeah, because when we had pugs, I have photos of them still.
Yeah, I actually saw some of them on my phone, do you know, when I was clearing space off for this last week. And some of them they were funny then because they were nuts, them dogs.
They were. Then again, so was Mika.
Yeah, but it was three lunatics. It was a bit full on, wasn't
it? Yeah. Still looking back on those memories, it's nice.
Yeah, they were lovely, weren't they? And we were gutted to see them go, weren't we? But
yeah, that was
definitely
for the best.
For the best, yeah. So I think we're both. I expected we would have the same answer for that one, to be honest, because we're both more. As much as, like I say, I love all gadgets and tech and stuff like that, but I love the experiences and the things you create, the memories you create with people are more important to me, I think. So we're in agreement.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the way that we just did quite a nice sentimental answer, and then like 2 minutes before that, I was like, I've just scratched my balls on the podcast. Honestly. So this is quite a fun one, I think, and I'm not really sure which way you'll go. Would you rather be a wizard or a superhero?
Wizard.
Oh, okay, that quick. Well, you could pick your power if you were a superhero, would you?
I mean, true, but I don't know.
I would choose wizard as well.
I think it's because of Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's exactly. And like I played that.
You did,
Hogwarts Legacy game,
which is cool. Yeah, I remember you showing me stuff about that as well. It was that cool seeing it.
And I love Marvel and stuff like that. Like I'm a proper.
I think I'm more into Harry Potter though than I am into like
You don't really watch the superhero movies, do you? But I'm like a full-on Marvel nerd, aren't I?
I think I'm quite nerdy with Harry Potter.
So, but I'm nerdy with both.
Yeah.
Like, so, I think if you got to be a wizard and like the wizarding world existed and you got to just kind of be our wizard in a wizard world of wizards,
that'd be amazing.
I'd prefer that to just being a wizard like
in a normal world,
like
like a Muggle world, like the
Muggles, yeah.
I have to say it.
So, I suppose it would depend on. Well, I don't know actually, because even in a normal world, I think you could hide being a wizard better than hiding being a superhero, couldn't you?
Mm.
And also,
but have you ever seen the TV show Supergirl?
Not really. I know what it is.
No, but like, how do you think she hid her identity, like a superhero
identity? Yeah, but in
those
TV shows and that, they just have different clothes on, and everyone's like, "Oh, you'd never know." Like Clark Kent just puts glasses on, doesn't he?
So does.
Is that what she does as well?
So does Kari.
And everyone's like, "Oh, you would never guess it's the same person."
No, but like when she's got a superhero, there's like a Supergirl thing on. She doesn't wear glasses, but like her hair is similar to what she.
Yeah, well, she's got the same face, hasn't she? Like I know you without your glasses on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How stupid did he expect people to be on these shows for it to work? Like you have to be like everyone has to be a moron, or everyone knows you're a superhero. Like
yeah.
And so that's the thing, like with Clark Kent and the ones like that, where, oh yeah, I'll just put my glasses on and I've completely changed my identity. You haven't, have you?
No.
And like Superman as well is like this big fucking buff, massive guy. And you would notice that in everyday life, wouldn't you? If this guy worked in your office, you wouldn't be like, he's got glasses on, so he must be a fucking dweeb. You'd still look at him and be like, he's massive, him. He looks a bit like Superman, but just if Superman did his hair like a nerd and had glasses on. It's so fucking stupid. I'd say I love Marvel, and that's equally as ridiculous. So this rant is kind of like stupid, I suppose. But it just does me head in. And Batman's another one as well, where he changes his voice a bit. I suppose you can't see his face, but you can see his mouth.
So does the Green Arrow. He changes his voice.
I don't know who that is.
Have you never seen the Arrow?
No.
Really?
That's DC. I'm more of a Marvel fan than a DC fan, aren't I? So.
Yeah.
No.
He modifies his voice as well, just to make it sound deeper.
Well, how stupid are people? Well, it's not real, so stop fuming. But you know what I mean. I think your anonymity is harder to keep than people is portrayed. Well, obviously it would be than it's portrayed in films and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you're a wizard, you just fucking do that. Obliviate, and everyone would forget anyway. So you could you could be a wizard that does good things and saves people, and then you could just be like, wow, none of you know anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe don't. But you know what I mean? Yeah, you could I think you could hide it much better. And also it'd be just that, because of the Harry Potter thing, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
The experience of being a wizard would just be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. I like how you probably fumed about that as well.
Yeah. I'd love to be a wizard, it's equally as ridiculous, but Superman could fuck off.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I agree with you on that.
This one I picked more for my own sort of benefit. Well, not benefit, but I think it's because it's funny about me. Would you rather have an elephant's trunk or a giraffe's neck? Do you want me to give you my answer first? Mm. So I would choose giraffe's neck because I haven't got a neck. So I look like a thumb. Do you know what I mean? And like every now and again, especially if I'm like standing next to our Ben, my shoulders are like higher than his and he's taller than me. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, how does that work? And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I've got absolutely zero neck. And he's got like not a long neck, just a normal, everyday normal size neck. And I'm like, oh, so he's taller than me because he's got a normal neck. Even though I've got bigger shoulders that like come higher. So I was like, oh, why am I not taller than you? And it's just because I'm like, I used to do a joke about it.
You did, yeah, I remember.
And I said I look like someone had got a potato on top of a clothes hanger, so I'm just like a little bald head. Just top of his shoulders like that. Because either way, you're going to look stupid with an elephant's trunk or a giraffe's neck, aren't you? But purely because it serves me, like, to know I've got a neck now. I think I'd have a giraffe, and I'd be like 6 foot or something. I would look utterly ridiculous, but I wouldn't be 5'5" anymore, and I would have a neck, even though it would ruin me jokes about not having a neck. But still, I'm sure I could make some jokes about having a giraffe's neck. So I would choose a neck purely because I've lived for 31 years with 0 neck, and you know sometimes I'm conscious about it. So what are you picking?
I don't know.
Well, the point of the questions is none of them are good answers. You just have to pick one and roll.
I'm gonna have to go with giraffe's neck.
You're not going to have a big...
No, I really wouldn't. I mean, you can whack people with it, like, you can just go...
Yeah, you can kill people with an elephant's trunk.
Especially if
you can crush you.
Especially if they piss you off.
Exactly, what are you going to do with a big neck? Just wind it around people.
I'll probably have to go with the elephant's trunk then.
If you're thinking of, like, safety...
Yeah. Elephant's trunk.
I don't know why I did click crappy, but you could batter someone with an elephant's trunk, couldn't you?
Yeah. I'd have to go with the elephant's trunk then.
Even though you would look
ridiculous.
Mental. Yeah. I mean, but I'm not going to look any better with me fucking 6 foot now. On my tiny body, am I? You'd be quite the pair.
It's me looking up at you like that.
Yeah, and just can't really see. I can't never see your mouth anymore because you just have a big trunk in the way. I don't. Yeah, I've got to go giraffe's neck because I've never had a neck. I just love to have one. I'll just, that's just something I'd like for myself. Would you rather have no taste or no smell? This one's easy for me.
I'd have to go with no smell.
I would go with no smell as well, but
I'd hate not being able to taste
it. I enjoy food too much to not be able to taste it. Although, if you couldn't taste it, would you eat healthier food? Because it wouldn't matter. You wouldn't taste it anyway.
True.
So that's the only thing where I'm like, but I don't even know if that would be true. I don't know if I would eat healthier just because I'd still like be looking at the food being like, oh, just that looks better because it's crap. I'd still rather eat a pizza than a salad even if I couldn't taste it, I think. So part of me for health is like, you should have no taste and then you'll just eat better food. But imagine being able to smell amazing food and then not being able to taste it. That'd be grim.
I know.
And if you'd had COVID, maybe you can't taste or smell, but that's not relevant here. So. Sorry if that's you. This is a meme, would you rather? So yeah, I'd have to have no smell.
Yeah, I'd have to have no smell. I love food too much.
Same. And I think as long as you could still taste the amazing food, not being able to smell it would be better than not being able to taste it after you've smelled it, because that'd just be cruel, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I actually flew through these quite quick. I think you'll struggle with this one more than me. Would you rather never be able to use the internet again or never be able to listen to music?
Oh God. I can't live without music though. Like, cause I listen to music when I walk around on my own.
I don't know. Yeah, I think you've got more. So this is probably a divisive thing to say.
No, but I grew up with the internet, didn't I, as well?
No. But you haven't heard what I'm going to say yet.
Okay, go on.
I'm not that arsed about music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know, like, some people like really care about it, and they're just not that. I don't listen to new music very often. Sort of set in my ways with my very small selection of what other people think. 99% of other people think is shite. I've got like a small pool of songs that I kind of just listen to every now and again, and I only really listen to music properly if I'm like drunk, which isn't that often. Well, it's been more recently, it's been stressed out now, but it's not very often. So like I don't listen to new music all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas I use the internet every single day because I like watch loads of stuff on YouTube and all stuff like that.
It's a bit of a struggle.
But
for
I
me 'cause
haven't. See,
do
this is why I
both.
thought you'd struggle more because I haven't got a connection with music like you have because I'm a bit mental. I think.
Yeah, I'd struggle because I've got a bit of both. I use the internet and I listen to music.
But you're also a bit more. You're quite good at just detaching yourself from the internet as well,
Yeah.
which I'm not very good at.
I'd have to say go without the internet then, because I've listened to quite a lot of music, don't I? Like old, new.
Other types.
Yeah, like a lot.
Old music, new music.
Everything else in between
Sort
that.
of recently,
Yeah.
recently released music. Is that new music? That's new music, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to be funny there and it backfired.
Well, I listen to like all types of music, don't I?
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. I thought you'd struggle more with that one. They'd have one more that I took out because I didn't think we were going to have time, but I might see if I can find it again quickly.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure where it was now, so maybe not.
Can't you find it?
No, something to do with Darth Vader's voice and something else, but I can't remember. So.
I wouldn't know anything about that, would I?
Do you not know what Darth Vader sounds like?
He breathes like, sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just, and I'm like, this is just dead air as well, so it's just, okay, we'll just do this with a random one I've just found then.
Okay.
Would you rather not be able to bathe for a whole year or not be able to brush your teeth for a whole year?
Oh God.
They're both grim, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, your breath stinks or you stink. You know what I mean? I feel like you can't never bathe. You can't not have a bath for a year.
Mm-mm.
You would hum. You would though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And I'm like a fucking OCD hand cleany person, and I have to get a shower or a bath every day, don't I?
Yeah, have you seen me? Like putting hand sanitizer on my hands when I come back from going out.
Imagine having like fairy teeth.
Ew.
Do you know what I mean? Though, like when you wake up or whatever, and your teeth feel horrible. And I drink as well. So I used to have a bit about this, but the line was, this isn't a funny line, but it's just in the joke. It's like when you have a drink and you wake up and your mouth tastes like you've eaten a carpet covered in shit. Like, yeah, and you wouldn't be able to brush your teeth. But I feel like you can use chewies and sort of make your breath smell a bit better, but your teeth would be fucking horrible. But I couldn't not have a shower.
I couldn't have a shower. I couldn't not have a shower.
So yeah, we'd both be stinky breath.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a grim one. I wish I could remember the Darth Vader one so I didn't have to put myself in that scenario where I had to decide if I want to stink or stink. But the idea of like being just minging, because you imagine you'd have to have a year where you did like next to nothing, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be. You have to try and put yourself in situations where you aren't going to like sweat at all.
I know.
And I sweat every night because I'm old and disgusting. Probably shouldn't have said that in this. I'm on antidepressants. I think it's them. Maybe it's not, and I'm just gross. But I just wanted to back myself up a little bit because I realised I said that out loud to people on the internet, and I didn't think it through at all. So there's something everyone's learned about me today, which is nice, isn't it? Right, we'll leave it there because I can't find the other one, and I don't think anyone just wants to listen to me scrolling on the iPad. So
listen to you scrolling.
We can hear it. Maybe not. Shut up. I'm still tired. It's been a long week. So last things, socials. The pod's at Sibling Rival Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. A couple of videos have done all right on TikTok again this week, which has been nice, hasn't
Yeah.
it? And then the email address is siblingrivalpodcast@gmail.com. So if you've got any would you rathers or questions, send them in. Quick one. The punishment is sort of due soon, but Ellie's going away next week when it becomes the start of the next month.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be some point the week after that it gets put together and released. Probably as a separate thing. Maybe. We'll see. But that'll be not next week, maybe the week after that. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at @TomFurlong_ and Ellie.
I'm at XE Harrison X on Twitter and Instagram.
Got there in the end.
Yeah, I said it twice as well.
And we're not forgetting this week before we go. Love you.
Love you too.
Thanks for listening, everyone. See you next week.
See you next week.